Welcome back everyone to Neo Racing's online championship BTCC replica. This is the feature race from Silverstone. TY starting at the back of the grid from winning the feature race. Bidzster is on pole and off we go. Good start from the BMW men, as you can see, with the rear wheel drive, the yellow and the orange car either side. Into the first corner. Making sure we all get through. Oh, there's a look. I think Jay was a bit slow through the corner, a bit of a contact with Stevie there, but everyone looks to have got away with it. Coming in towards Village, hairpin. Oh, Stevie's up the inside of Jamo. I have to put this on now, sorry folks, because of the camera. Everyone looks like they got through okay. Stevie's up the inside of Jamo again, and Jamo's gone up the inside of Jay, so Jay's a bit slow. Oh, Stevie makes contact with the back of Jamo. Goes off. Comes back on. Don't know what happened there, but we'll see in a replay at some point. So here we go in towards Brooklands and then into Luffield. Here comes the two leaders. That's Bidzster with Neil following close suit. There's Keith, followed by Jay and Jamo in the BMWs just behind, and then we've got another group back here, King Domingo with TY on the back. TY's going to be trying to fight through because he's battling Bidzster in the championship. They're only a few points apart, so they need to. TY really needs to get a move on here or come up with a decent strategy to get him to the front as quick as he can and get him out of this traffic. So we'll see what happens with that. Domingo goes wide. TY is probably going to go through, and Stevie might as well. Need a better camera angle for this to going out of sight. Here we go. TY's through. Domingo is. Yep, Domingo's still 8th. So Domingo's kept the position. TY's gone through. Domingo's kept position from Stevie, and that solves up that one. And onto the hanger straight. Jay's looking feisty on the back of Keith here. He's pulling out using the BMW straight line speed into Stowe. Up the inside, and does he run a bit wide now? Lovely move there from Jay. Textbook up the inside. Runs a bit wide out the corners to try and block it off, and all good. Keith's not for. Oh, and TY is in the pits. A couple of early pitters. TY's in the pits. I think that's Stevie as well. And Danny, I think, yeah, TY and Stevie are in the pits. Danny's gone round. There's Danny Quaver. He's gone round. So that's going to be fun to see. That's going to be interesting to see where they come out later on in the race. So here we go. Back with the middle group. Blakeney's closing up to the back of Jamo. Jamo just goes on to do a little bit of a defensive line just to make sure Blakeney's not going to dive up the inside. In towards the loop, out and then out through the flat out Aintree corner onto the Wellington straight. Jamo. Now we're just looking at that replay of what happened to what happened to Stevie on the first lap. Here we go, on board with Stevie, and Jamo had to slow down just to give Jay some room, and then that just consequently meant that Stevie went on the grass, so I don't think that was anyone's fault at all. Down the Wellington straight. So here's Bidzster in the lead. Very sideways Bidzster in the lead. Coming around Brooklands into Luffield. There's Neil, second. Jay in third, followed by Keith and Jamo. All seem to be a nice little bunch, these lot. Meanwhile, further back, I don't know why it says TY is behind Stevie, because he's not. That's just a fault with the timing screen. So there's TY. He'll be pushing like hell now to try and close up. There's Bidzster still in the lead. Ignore the timing at the top left. It seems to have had a little bit of a moment. So I can confirm Bidzster is in the lead from Neil, from Jay, with Keith right behind him and Jamo right behind him. So they're all coming onto the straight now. Keith looks like he's really trying to get in the toe behind Jay. Trying to keep with the BMW on the straight and then trying to use the agility of the Megane round the corners. Blakeney's closing up to the back of Jamo also. Jay's run a bit wide there. He doesn't want to leave the door open for Keith too much. Right, Jamo's going in. Jamo's going in the pits and followed by Blakeney. Blakeney's in as well. So we'll see we'll keep an eye on them, see where they come out. Anyone else behind them going to pit? I don't think so. There's King Domingo followed by Danny. So just them lot that have pitted. So here's TY followed by Stevie. So let's have a look. Yeah, Blakeney's in the pits. That's Danny Quaver. Trying to keep up with Domingo, who's new to this championship from this race in the Opal. Meanwhile, when the camera sort of apologies for the camera work on this, folks. The Silverstone does have a lot of zoomed in cameras, so it takes a while to get back onto people's pictures. Yeah, Jay's still ahead of Keith. I wonder when Bidzster's going to come in, because Bidzster's got a decent gap. He's got no reason to come in yet. You can just keep on pounding out the laps. So TY's moving ahead of Blakeney and Jamo. He's in 7th place now, so he's at the head of the people who have pitted already. And Domingo and Danny are still quite close. Danny goes Danny goes very wide there at Luffield and almost goes into the gravel, but manages to miss it. Round Woodcote. Coming down towards Cops. Let's check who's Bidzster. Bidzster is pushing like there's no tomorrow. He's got very sideways. Don't lose it. Really pushing hard to try and make that gap because he knows when he's going to come in. TY. Oh, TY. Oh, it's alright, it's just a timing screen glitch again. Sorry about that, folks. And we're going down the straight. So we've got. There's Jay, and Keith is still behind him. Keith's really trying to keep the Jay here because the BMW's got a good advantage on the straight line speed. Jay's flashing his lights for some random reason as well. Not got a clue why, but hey ho. In the background. Oh, I'm sorry. There in the background is Domingo. Now, have we had anyone else pit yet? Bidzster is in the pits. Bidster's in. Bidster's in. This is going to be close. Where will he come out in reference to everyone else? So there's Neil going through, followed by Jay. So Keith's in as well. Keith's in the pits as well. You can just see Keith on the left hand side. So Bidster's coming out the pits now. Where is TY? Where is TY? There's TY. TY is there. Bidzster is going to be coming out the pits. I'll just switch on to Bidzster now. The limiter gone off. He's coming out the pits. There he is. And TY is at the first corner. So TY's closed in a lot and he's really trying. Can see the car bouncing around. There's Bidzster just gone through shot. So TY's really going to have to start getting the pedal to the metal now. So there's Domingo and Danny still battling it out. Coming down the Wellington straight. There's Bidzster in the background. You should be able to see TY if it keeps on. Now it's going to zoom in. There's Danny. Oh, no, sorry, there's Danny going wide. And then consequently runs a bit wide for Luffield as well. So the outright leader at the minute is Neil. But he has not pitted yet, so we'll see when he pits. Jay Hewson will come out hopefully in 2nd place. There he is. So Bidzster is catching up. I think no, he's not. Bidzster is there coming out of Cops. There's TY. Really pushing now, Bidzster. Doesn't want to push too hard though, because he just needs to keep the gap. So there's Jamo, Keith and Blakeney having a little battle all to themselves as well. Onto the straight, the BMW will get a good run away from those two. Blakeney is just behind Keith. Might be looking to make a move, we don't know. So. Yes, Neil's in the pits. You can see on the left-hand side of the picture, Neil's stopped in the pits. There goes Jay Hewson into the lead. Now, Jay's not pitted yet, so Jay's leaving it late. So here, and there's Domingo and Danny Quaver having a battle. Now Bidzster's closing up to these two and they've not pitted, so Bidzster really needs these guys to hurry up or pit, because he doesn't want to get caught in someone else's battle. He needs to try and get away from. He's very wide there. He's all over the place. You think he went a bit too hot into the corner there and then had to lift out of it. Now Neil has come out. Has Neil got out in front of TY? Yes, Neil has got out in front of. There, you can see in the background. Neil's in front of TY, so that'll be another relief for Bidzster there. He's gonna. Hopefully Neil might slow TY up a bit. So coming down towards Brooklands. And he's really closing up to the back of these guys now, so Bidzster really needs to be careful out, picking his way through, because they're having a battle. So he's gone up the inside of Danny. Danny seized it. Danny's seen him, and he's gone up the inside. Yeah, good move there on Danny. And now he's going to really try and get past Domingo as quickly as he can if he wants to try and keep the track position. Because remember, Domingo and Danny Quaver haven't pitted yet. They'll pit soon, but they've not pitted yet. Oh, Domingo runs wide. That's Bidzster's opportunity. Bidzster's going to hopefully go through. He's running side by side with Domingo. He's going to try and go through. He's gone through. He's gone through. Bit risky that, but he went through. So now TY has got to try and do the same thing. But he's got Neil to try and get past, and he's got the others to try and get past. So let's see what happens here. He's right up behind Neil. Neil's flashing his lights. TY's going to try and make a move on Neil. TY goes up the inside into Stowe while they're trying to pass Danny at the same time. Oh, Neil tries to go back around the outside. They almost run into Danny. It all happens there. Danny has gone into the pits. Has Domingo pitted as well? Don't know, but Neil's up the inside of yes, Domingo's gone in as well. Neil's at the inside. TY's keeping it round the outside, saying, no, you're not, Sunshine. I'm keeping this place. I want to go after Bidzster. And he's got ahead. Will Neil be able to fight back? Or at least stick with TY? All got nice and close there. So here's Neil. Right up TY's Jaxie. Wanting to come past. He's looking. He's gone a bit wide. He's onto the grass though. He's got to be careful not to make too many mistakes. And tries to go up the inside, but no, TY fends it off. TY's gone deep though. Will that be Neil's opportunity? Nope. Can't get close enough yet. So Bidzster in the lead from TY, but at TY's pace at the minute, looks like he might be able to catch Bidzster. We'll see what happens. So here we are a bit further back when the camera decides to wake up. Here we go. There's Keith battling with Blakeney. Blakeney's having a much better run from last time out. In towards Brooklands. Blakeney's gone onto the grass. He's lost it a bit. Keith's gone a bit sideways there as well, so doesn't want to be doing that too often, otherwise Blakeney will be sniffing up the inside to try and take a move. So here comes, there's TY and Neil. Neil's really trying to stick with TY, but I don't know if he's going to be able to for much longer, because TY really looks like he's on a mission to catch Bidzster here. So there's TY, very sideways, trying everything he can. Not seen TY this aggressive in a long time. Blakeney and Keith still having a decent battle back here. Coming in through Maggots, Beckett's, and then into Chapel. Onto the hanger straight. Don't think Blakeney will have enough of a run to get side by side with Keith. Might be able to, but we'll see. No, I don't think so. No, Keith's got the track position still. In towards Stowe. Keith runs a little bit wider, but not too wide that it could be dangerous for a move. No, still okay. Into club. And out of club. Looks like they're both catching Jamo as well. Jamo looks to be losing a bit of pace. Blakeney's having a couple of little dives and looks, trying to put Keith off his game. Keith's a wise old chap. He's a good racer, old Keith. Showing these young ones how it's done. And into the loop and out of Aintree onto the Wellington Straight. So anyway, let's have a look. Bidster's still got a couple of second cushion over TY, but I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Jay's still not pitted yet, but don't forget there's 9 laps in this race, so he's still got another lap or so to pit. So we'll see when he does do it and where he comes out. We're all getting a little bit more spread out now, but it's still a race on track, because one mistake and you're going to lose a lot of time. Keith and Blakeney still at it, catching Jamo as well at the same time. Into Cops. Now we'll have a little bit of a play around with some onboard cameras now. So here's on board with Keith, we'll go on the roof cameras. It's on board with Keith in towards Maggots and Beckett. So let's go on board with Blakeney from behind and see what's happening from a closing up point of view. Blakeney just gone up, just shows you there, going off one apex, so I'll just throw you off the rest. Bidzster and TY are close. Bidzster and TY are close, very close in fact. Bidzster must have made a mistake somewhere. Onto the brakes into Club. This is going to get really tense now. This is for the feature race win. Into and out to the last corner, onto the home straight. TY's still looking, he's ducking and diving. Bidster's moved across to defend. Into the first corner, still in front, runs a bit wide though because he had to take a defensive line, and he's going to try and keep wide again to keep defending. Into the village corner. He's going to have to go to the left a bit just to defend, he does. Out of the loop on towards Aintree corner, followed by the Wellington Straight, and I don't think he's pulled enough of a gap out there to stop TY having a go into Brooklyn, so we'll see. We'll keep with this. Bidzster's defending. This is going to get tense. Into Brooklands. Managed to keep it tight there. Good tight lines from Bidzster there. TY still just hanging back. Just plotting a move somewhere. I'm sure he'll be plotting a move. Down towards Cops. Just on board with TY to see what happened to Bidzster for him to... Oh, yeah, that's what happened to Bidzster. He lost it. Completely sideways, had to boot the throttle, and then TY managed to slowly start catching up. So that's how Bidzster lost his time. Just break up and into Cops. Still not close enough for a move yet. Let's just have a quick go back to Blakeney and Keith. Still at it. Behind Jamo as well. So that's not much change happening there. Right up, TY's right on the back of him now. Bidzster's trying to use all the track he can to use any little advantage he can use to try and keep ahead of TY. Onto the straight. Now this is where the Mercedes does lack a couple, even on the Megane, it lacks a couple of miles an hour in straight line speed, so Bidzster's really got to try and get good runs out of Chapel from now on to try and keep that Megane off. Going to Stowe. Still taking a slightly defensive line, but not as defensive as he needed to before. Now he'll need to defend into Club. Into the chicane. Hops one curb. And really hops the other. Out of the last corner. To start the last lap. Can he hold on for one more lap? Defends again. That means he's going to run wide though, which he does. TY's going to try and keep to the left. Bidzster sideways. TY's up the inside though. He's going to get a move done on the inside, and there's contact. They make contact with each other. Bidzster's still up the inside. I think I'm not giving up yet, sunshine. And there's still a little bit of contact out the corner as well. Bidzster returns the favour. Coming onto the Wellington Straight. Pulled a little bit of a gap. Meanwhile, we've got Jay's pitted finally, and he's come out just behind Neil. Should be able to see Neil there in shot. There he is. So Jay's come out behind Neil. Bidzster's defending again from TY. Into Brooklands. Through Luffield. He's going to have to use a tighter line here because he's compromised his line from the other corner. Have to keep it really tight. TY's going to try and keep on him all the way. Try and get any advantage he can as they come through Woodcote down towards Copse. Now, Copse is a corner where you can make or break a race. You need to really be careful, but Bidzster's got to defend. So Bidzster's probably going to end up breaking something here because he's got to go offline. Really tries to throw the car in, managed to keep it off from going wide as well, so good driving there by both of them. Down towards Maggots and Beckett for the last time. The side by side into Maggots and Beckett. Bidzster sideways, keeps it in front. TY's still trying. TY's really trying, he's trying everything, but Bidzster's playing the defence book like a boss. Really good defending from Bidzster, but likewise from TY to try and really keep the pressure on and keep it there. Because, oh, there we go. Bidzster's defending, really harsh defending this time. Moves right over to the other side of the track. TY goes round the outside, tries to stick round the outside. Bidzster's moving across just a little bit, just to say, no, you're not using that side. Down towards Club for the last time, last couple of corners. Onto the brakes. Don't go too deep. He goes deep but defends it, and he's got to really keep the car in tight to stop TY from coming back up the inside. And coming toward the line, TY's still got a good run though. Will he be able to get across the line? It's going to be close. And I can tell you that Bidzster got that by 70 thousandths of a second. Good race between them two. Very good race from TY from the back of the grid, I must say. Here comes Neil and Jay. Neil in third, Jay fourth. Jamo ahead of Keith. In the background, there's, when the camera works, there's Stevie ahead of Blakeney. Stevie ahead of Blakeney in that one. And then Domingo and Danny around here somewhere. There's Domingo across the line in 9th place. And Danny around here somewhere. There he is, Danny Quaver in 10th place. And that's it. Thanks for joining us, folks. Next time we will be at Alton Park International. See you there, folks.